Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one Wisdom and Knowledge of the Times. Wisdom and Knowledge of the Times. Call halal Yahawah Bahashim Yahawahshai. Call halal Yimla Alahayin Nawa Yahawah Bahashim Yahawahshai. And something that's on my spirit. And as the title reads, not knowledge or wisdom and knowledge of the times. And we see in these times, in the end here, the Lord said in the last days that it would be perilous times. And we're entering those perilous times. And we also see the unrighteous decrees that are unfolding, because we're heading into the time of Jacob's trouble. And Jacob's trouble is the great tribulation. And judgment is going to start with the Lord's people and on down to the other nations. We're entering a time of great trouble like never before. You see? And in this end, you're going to have this gospel. You're going to have this word. No amount of money, no amount of weapons, ammunition, nothing else is going to save you but except this gospel. You're going to have the wisdom and knowledge to navigate through this time of war and famine and pestilence. You see, you're going to need the Lord to be delivered out of this. And we see the oppression. The oppression is increasing on the Lord's people. And we see the whole thing with the so-called Latinos, the Northern Kingdom. And the Scripture tells you, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil." Now you have, our people out there protesting, keeping their kids home from school and do stuff like that. And then here it is, the devil, the so-called white man, he's labeling you these terrorists and calling you these bad people, and then you're protesting, to the enemy. You know what I'm saying? You're tearing up cars, stopping traffic in the middle of the street. The Lord didn't say to do that. He didn't say to do none of that, man. And you're playing right into the role of these white folks. You're playing right into the role of the devil. He's calling you all this stuff, and here it is. Look at how you behave. Look at your behavior. You know why? Because you don't have the wisdom and the knowledge. Our people don't have the wisdom. They don't know, man. The Lord didn't say to do that. And a lot of our people, they don't even know why they're in this position. They don't know because they don't read their book, man. Let me go here. Leviticus. People in this end time, people are going to try to take matters into their own hands, and we're going to see how it's going to go. That's because they don't have the wisdom and the knowledge. It's going to take a higher power in order to make it out of this. Leviticus 26 and 13. Leviticus 26 and 13, and it reads, it says, I am the Lord your power, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt. It says that ye should not be their bondmen, and I have broken the bands of your yoke and made you go upright. And we know, that, coming out of the first Egypt with our forefathers and our people, the Lord delivered our people out of the first Egypt, and brought us into the wilderness and gave our people uh, uh, these laws, statutes, and commandments. This Bible is for Jake, man, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. This is who this Bible's for. You see, this is who these laws, statutes, and commandments are for. He told us what to do and what not to do. You see, it says 14, it says, but if ye will not hearken, and this has been the problem, but if ye will not hearken unto me and will not do all these commandments. See, the Lord telling you right here, man, if you don't want to listen to my word, it says, and will not do all these commandments. 15, and if ye shall despise my statutes. What are the statutes? The laws, statutes, and commandments. It says, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments. It says, but that ye break my covenant. Because the Lord, he made a way back, coming out of the first Egypt with Moses and our forefathers. He said, I choose you. You are my people and I am your power. He made a blood covenant with our people. You see, still to this day, we're still the Lord's people. But our forefathers broke that covenant. They broke that promise, man. So he said, what? So what did the Lord say? If you're not going to hearken unto my word, he says, 16, he says, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and burning ague, that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow, and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. 17. And this is what we've witnessed over and over again with the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, the Native American Indians. The same song over and over and over. Oppressed, imprisoned, over and over and over. Families broken, over and over. You know why? Because our people don't want to listen. They don't want to listen to the Lord. So what did he say? 17. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you. This is the point. This is the point. They that hate you. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth. Who's in rulership right now, and who's showing that they hate you? Who's doing this? The devil, the so-called white man. This is who's doing this. But our people, a good majority of our people, they just can't understand this. They don't understand why they're in this situation. I'll read it again. 17, Leviticus 26 and 17. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. Our people tell you, no, I don't got no enemies. Everybody got enemies. Everybody. Do you see the bear hanging with the dog? Do you see the lion hanging with the zebra? I don't think so. Everybody has enemies. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. And this is what happens time and time again. You see our people get gunned down, treated unrighteous by the police, the government, all of that, all the time by our enemies. You see, constantly. And they put you on the news, and then you want to protest to the enemy, and then they mock you. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you. Nobody gonna save you, man. You have to come back to the Lord. You got to come back to the Lord, Jake. If you don't come back to the Lord, this is going to continue to happen. But this is why we're in the end here. This is the final captivity for our people, man. The Lord going to bring this Jacob's trouble out. It's going to be one more ass kicking. Our people got to go through. This time, it's not going to be all of his people. It's going to be 2/3 of his people. Those that didn't listen, that don't have the wisdom and knowledge and don't believe. You're going to be judged in this end. See, we're going to find that the Lord is bringing this judgment through in this Jacob's trouble. We're about to find out who is righteous and who is wicked. This is what we're about to see in the end here. Who is righteous and who is wicked. This is what it's going to come down to. This is why the Lord bringing this judgment and it's getting so hard for his people. We're finna find out who is who. Let me go. I'll close out with this. Who is righteous and who is wicked? The Lord tell you in Ezekiel, he told you he's given the sword into the hand of the slayer. And we know Esau, Edom, the so-called white folks, the devil, he's given that sword into the hands of the slayer. And he going to use Esau in the end to bring judgment on his people. Even though Esau, Edom, the so-called white folks, they're going to get it. They're going to get it. But they're in rulership, just like in times past, dealing with the Lord's people. The Lord, he used the other nations, just like he said, your enemies shall reign over you. And our people went from captivity to captivity, and he used these different nations to kick your ass, Jake. And this is what's going to happen. And we're witnessing it right now. Right now. Let me go here. Isaiah. See, our people, they don't want to hear the truth, man. This is why the Lord said two-thirds of our people are going to perish. They're not going to make it out of this because they don't believe, they don't want to listen. Isaiah 18:30, because all that protesting and trying to get your voice to be heard and trying to take matters in your own hands, that's not going to cut it, man. That's not going to cut it. You're not, this left hand of the Lord that's coming on, that the terror, the evil in this time, this is the left hand of the Lord, man. You cannot do this on your own. You're not going to make it out of this by yourself, trying to take matters into your own. Let me go here. This is what the Lord said. This is what he said to do. It says, I'll close out with this. Isaiah 30:18, and it reads, it says, and therefore will the Lord wait, that he may be gracious unto you. And therefore will he be exalted. It says that he may have mercy upon you. This is what you want to have in the end, man. You want the Lord to have mercy and show you favor in the end. You have to do what he says. If you don't do what he say, you're going to be punished. You're not going to make it out of this. You're not going to have favor in this end. It says, for the Lord is a power of judgment. And this is what he's coming to do, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That's not his name. The Lord, the Savior, is a Hebrew Israelite. He's a so-called Negro with dark brown skin, with woolly hair, from the tribe of Judah. He's the ultimate Judite. It says, blessed. This is the point. This is the point. Blessed. Blessed are they that wait. You got to wait. The Lord on his way back too, because he told you what to look for. He told us to pray and watch. Pray and watch. Blessed. Blessed are they that wait for him. They tell you you're blessed because you got a good job, you got all the money, you got cars, you're well, taken care of and well established. The Lord said, blessed. Blessed are they that wait for him. Shalom.